Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch.
About last night.
Welcome back to the show. 911 is down. I had some wine. So our pets' heads are falling off. No, this is a big deal. There was an accident out on the street in front of the studio, and 911 apparently is down. So now what? I mean, also, you know, I don't know who you're going to call Ghostbusters, but there's also, you know, most people aren't calling 911, right? Most of us are fortunate enough to be in a place where you just don't have any sort of emergencies or knocks at the door of like, we found your cat, you know, sucking off a dog or whatever the story may be. I used to prank call 911 as a kid. I don't know if this is where I found my comedy chops, but we had a babysitter one night. My mom and dad were out to dinner, pre-divorce. Thanks for bringing it up. And my sister and I are hanging out with the babysitter, and I was bored. Probably also didn't like the babysitter. I prank called the cops. I don't remember what I said. It was just like, 911 operator, what's the emergency? And I was just like, I can't, I'm constipated. I got diarrhea, it's pooping my butt, or, you know, something. I was 7, I think. Very young. Should not have been able to call 911 that easily. But, dude, the phone was there on the wall, and I was just sitting there like, I mean, I could not prank call the cops, or I could call the cops and tell them that my sister's adopted. You know, like whatever it is, just create create some shenanigans. That's all you're trying to do as a kid, is create shenanigans. Now kids are stuck to the screen, dude. Fucking dude. Oh, RFK and Kid Rock are working out, which is wild. Let's talk about that for a second. RFK and Kid Rock. The combo we didn't know we needed. The true Epstein file distraction. Although Trump literally just a few hours ago goes, I'm going to release all the alien files. Obama said there were aliens, but there's actually more aliens than we thought. There's, of course, illegal aliens, but there's, well, I don't know if you saw Independence Day. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I think he can handle a couple of Martians. But, yeah, we have RFK, Kid Rock workout footage, cold plunge, free weights, fucking dips. So funny, dude. What is happening? Social media has made it so that you can see every piece of crazy in 6 minutes. I watched Kid Rock and RFK working out, scrolled up, saw a picture of one of the Tahoe avalanche victims, gut-wrenching, swipe up, see a picture of Kris Jenner, the Kardashian mom, who looks like 22 and she's 90, swipe up. Then there's just some TikTok mom that makes cool lunches for Asian children, swipe up. Then I'm like, oh, a second angle of the first plane in the World Trade Center, swipe up. Oh, hey, a guy petting a giraffe, and then the giraffe like licks him, and then his wife like looks into the camera and goes, is he single? Swipe up. And then I'm just like, what did I, now it's Tuesday. Where did the time go? And then swipe up, and that's RFK being like, we're running out of peanut butter. We got to get more peanut butter for the trans community. The trans people love peanut butter. All right. I don't know, man. There's too much all the time. It's easy to get overstimulated. That's why a couple glasses of wine tonight did me right. The Epstein files are funny because there's so much like evidence and just where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? But the lengths that they're all going to be like, it's not, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, why don't you worry about your own shit, dude? It's just, it's like, it's too obvious at this point. It's even his supporters are like, we want to know, dude, you can't fucking rape people. So crazy. It's fun. It's also like, man, there's no heroes anymore. Kids are going to have to start looking up to fictional characters. Like Buzz Lightyear. You're never going to hear about Buzz Lightyear being in court defending himself against like domestic abuse charges, sexual assault. Like, Mr. Lightyear, it says here you told the defendant you were going to take her to infinity and beyond. Now, we don't know what that means, but sounds pretty fucking rapey, dude. And he's like, well, I was merely talking about taking her to the space station at Pizza Planet. Oh. Goes full Tim Taylor to get out of it. I don't know, man. This is why we need distractions. Like Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Diddly-doo. Have you seen her? Can't get enough. Can't get enough of the Dr. Pepper baby girl. She got her own commercial. Then she did one for Vita Coco. Then she did one for Hyundai. She's all over the place, dude. And she's so genuine about it. She's just like, I don't even know what's happening, but thank you so much. 2 million followers. What's up? I mean, and now everyone's trying to make their own slogan. Everyone's always like, can I get a Sprite? Hell yeah. Or that's not one, but like, I want to make one for Diet Coke. Diet Coke, don't you know, it has aspartame in it. The FDA says that, hey, it could be one of the leading carcinogens that contributes to cancer. But yeah, it's just find your thing, man. Find your thing. If it's being on TikTok and making jingles, cool. If it's, if it's waiting for the Michael Jackson movie to come out, cool. If it's going to the Super Bowl, real cool. Raise your hand if you're at the Super Bowl. Hello. Keep that hand raised if your team won the Super Bowl. Hello. Keep that hand raised if you drank with Dave Matthews after the game at 4 Point Sheraton and then went to the team party. Hello. One of the best days of my life. Let's just talk about the week. It's been a minute since I've seen you guys, but it's been a week. I just feel recovered. And even then, I probably still need 15 hours of sleep tonight. Not going to get it. Going to the Comedy Store for a couple shows after this, and then going to Arizona in the morning to go to spring training and do the Off the Mound podcast at Innings Fest. Innings Fest is a 2-weekend concert pre-spring training for the players and the fans and people of AZ just to get excited about spring training. Baseball's back, right? So we're going to see Mumford & Sons and my boys, the Goo Goo Dolls, tomorrow. Of course, Johnny Resnick, Robbie, the whole gang. Johnny played my wedding in Arizona coming up on, 3-4 years ago. So it'll be cool to see them and do Off the Mound with Ryan Dempster, little comedy podcast. And it'll be good to just, go somewhere that's not too far because I haven't traveled up a storm. Let's just take you back 2 weeks. Did Dr. Phil and Kill Tony. Awesome. Episode's out. Check it out. Greg Fitzsimmons and Sal Volcano were on it. Super fun. We have Australia Dr. Phil shows, of course, in June. We might be adding some, so get your tickets. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and then stand-up shows, too. I think all those are almost sold out. That's June 17th through the 26th. AdamRayComedy.com. And then we have 5 Dr. Phils in Canada this summer for the Great Outdoors Comedy Festival. Calgary, Winnipeg, bunch of other spots. AdamRayComedy.com. But want to do one on Kill Tony. Hadn't been on for a few years doing Phil, and it was a blast. Then flew immediately to San Francisco to do Pat McAfee, Rich Eisen, bunch of other press. Just be around Media Row for the Super Bowl. Your team's in the Super Bowl. Just want to be around the energy and soak up all the good fanfare and good vibes and people being like pumped for, knowing that I'm a Hawks fan. It was great. Went and saw Chappelle at the Punchline, my favorite club in the country, on Wednesday. Did press Thursday, and then went out with Donnell Rawlings and Teddy Swims and some of my buddies from Seattle on Thursday. Shout out to Wyman and Bob, Dave Wyman, Bob Stelton, Mike Lefko, best radio show in Seattle. And then Friday, fly back to Austin to do 4 sold-out shows at the Mothership, which I couldn't cancel. Had them sold out for a few months, couldn't cancel first weekend there. Glad I didn't cancel. Shows were awesome. There's a best of the Mothership on my YouTube, youtube.com/AdamRayComedy. Go check that out. Sunday, I fly back on 1 hour sleep. I just couldn't sleep. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, I'm going to the Super Bowl tomorrow morning. And I'm going to meet up with my wife, my best friend from Seattle, Adam French, and my best bud here in L.A., Norm Parker. And we meet up with Cal Raleigh and Brian Wu and Josh Naylor and George Kirby and at the ESPN tailgate pre-Super Bowl, hanging out with Mariner legends. And then we go into the game, and then the game's awesome. And then it's not awesome if you didn't watch it. If you didn't watch it as a Seahawks fan. I know it was a defensive beatdown, but Patriots fans, you have a second-year quarterback, dude. He's 23. He's not ready for the Super Bowl. But thanks for playing. Thanks for coming out. It did suck that Tom Brady was asked, who you picking? And he goes, I don't really have a dog in this fight. Whoa, dagger, heart. Fucking what a bummer, dude. All you got to say is go Pats. Literally goes out of his way to be like, I don't give a fuck. And everyone in New England's like, come on, man. I was going to let you fuck my wife. So, hey, man, don't meet your heroes, I guess, or just, I don't know, people are people, people be peopling. That's where I always go back to, people be peopling. You know someone till you know them, I don't know. But great game. Awesome. Cried. It's a video on my Instagram. Put it up. Actually, let's cut to it. And that was right before we won. And that was just so fun, dude. Then again, we go out drinking with Dave Matthews and his buddies and his kid, and that was a blast. Dave is so cool, dude. He's so cool. He's everything you want him to be. A rock star and a fucking normal, funny, silly, looking to do bits guy. I mean, he's got comic energy, just like it's a fun hang. Be a fun hang. It's not that easy. Or it's not that tough. It's very easy. It's very easy just to not be a piece of shit, dude. I used to say that in my act when I was talking about like pedophiles. I go, it's very easy to look at a kid and not go, yum, 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 yum. Like, don't do that, and you can eat pizza outside with your buddies. But team party was great. Got to see Coach McDonald, Sam Darnold, obviously, Schneider, and just have some cocktails. And it was wild. It's like you don't even realize your team won the Super Bowl. You're like, it's so numbing. It was such a long season, so many crazy games, and so much emotional wear and tear. And then you get there and your team wins, and it's just unbelievable, man. So fun. And then back to LA, and then busy week, and then Royal Oak, Michigan, Minneapolis. Thank you. This past weekend, the shows were phenomenal. Sold out. Pantages Theater in Minneapolis, Royal Oak Music Hall in Detroit. Had 2 proposals on stage. Let's cut to that clip.
We got 2 couples. We got Don and Tori. We got Joe and Amanda. Make some noise for them real quick. What I want to do is word association. Here we go. First word. Detroit.
Pistons.
Family.
Matters.
Cock ring.
A big cock.
I mean, there might not be a better answer. Love.
Love? Amanda.
Oh, shit. Love.
Matters.
Love matters, yeah. Okay. Let's bring the girls up. Guys, keep it going for the fellas. Detroit.
Michigan.
Family.
Matters.
Close your eyes and say this for me real quick. I, Amanda, I, Tori,
I, Tori. I, Amanda.
am having the greatest night of my life.
Am having the greatest night of my life.
I'm having the greatest night of my life.
And it'd be cool if it could be a little bit better.
It would be cool if it could be a little bit better.
It would be cool if it could be a little bit better.
Royal Oak, make some noise for me real quick. I'm gonna get out of the way. They said yeah! Let's fucking go! Come on, dude! Come on, dude! Keep it going for Joe and Amanda! And Don and Tori!
Wild. These guys hit me up and go, hey, can we propose to our girls separately? And I was like, oof, I don't want to say no to one and not, and one and just do one and not the other. And we've done proposals in the Dr. Phil shows many times, obviously. Only one time did a girl kind of look at the guy and go like, what are you doing? Every other time, ecstatic, tears, all the joy that you require from that moment. But doing 2 was crazy, but it worked out. I did think for a second, I was like, fuck, I'm milking this moment. If one of the girls gets a little too curious and turns behind her and then the other one looks, I'm going to ruin both proposals. So thankfully that didn't happen. It was a blast. They cried. It was very sweet. And the show is awesome. I mean, just great. It's so cool when people are coming out for the show. So God bless you guys. So many more shows coming up. I mean, March 11th and 12th, we are in Cary, North Carolina at the Improv. March 13th in Charlotte at the Night Theater. March 14th in Charleston, South Carolina. March 20th, Vegas at the Wynn Casino, the Encore Theater, first Vegas theater. March 20th. March 27th in Columbus. March 28th in Cleveland. March 29th in Pittsburgh. April 17th in St. Louis, April 18th in Denver, May 16th in Napa, and then June, Eugene, Oregon at the Olson Run Comedy Club, one of my favorite clubs in the country. Shout out to Joe King, runs a great ship. I've known Joe for so long. They started the club in a small room during the pandemic, held like maybe 120, and now they got the big room open. I think it holds like 280, and it's an awesome room. And now they're getting everybody. Harlan Williams, Patton Oswalt, Craig Robinson, Tiffany Haddish. Everybody's going down there. Olson Run Comedy Club, Eugene, Oregon. Check it out. And then Australia, and then Florida, Orlando, Tampa, Miami, I believe, or Fort Lauderdale in July. And we are working on a fall tour, so stay tuned. We're coming to Philly, Chicago, fucking Vancouver, Canada. So many new cities. I can't wait. That's all going to be coming up in the fall. And a couple other cool announcements. One regarding the Dr. Phil doc. Let's just talk about it. We filmed the entire 2025 Dr. Phil Live Tour. We have a few more shows coming up. Maybe we run it back next year. Maybe we do a few surprise shows. But for the most part, that's a wrap, baby. That's a chicken Caesar wrap on Dr. Phil Live. But we have so much footage. Hours and hours. Hours of footage from the tour. 45 minutes of me and Ken Jeong in Vegas backstage. Fucking me and the Kill Tony band in Nashville getting ready for a sold-out show at the Pinnacle. Second night that venue was open. Toronto with Harlan Williams, Steph Tolev, and Q from the Impractical Jokers. We got the Chicago show with Mark Norman, Santino, and Chevy Chase, and John Kite. I mean, just so much pre, post, during, meet and greet, just so much BTS. Me getting ready at the hotel, leaving the hotel, going over, getting picked up. We had a runner in Cape Cod, Indianapolis, when we had Mark Norman, Roy Scovel, Joe List, and Donnell Rawlings on. And the gal picked us up and she was asking me about the show we were going to, and I was in full fill, and I said we were doing like this weird mime sex show. And I just got really graphic and really specific, and she just was like, sounds like fun. You guys have a blast. So funny. But just so much stuff. It's going to be a fly-on-the-wall doc. We'll probably make it into a couple seasons of a docuseries, maybe 10 to 20 to 30, like 20, 30-minute eps. But going to really take our time with it and crush it, and it'll probably be on my YouTube so that you guys don't have to go somewhere else and pay for it. But so that's coming. And then we have a Netflix podcast deal that is in the works that is going to be fun. Me and my characters. That'll be starting soon, and I'm gonna shoot for the stars guest-wise. You fucking better believe it. You think I was going for it for the Phil show? I mean, dude, let's get everybody, dude. Let's go for it. RFK and Kid Rock as the first guest. By the way, the halftime show was great. I don't know how much you watched, or if you were like my dad's, comrades in his assisted living apartment situation. Some of the old folks got up and were like, "I don't want to hear any curse words." My dad was like, "It's in Spanish." How many of you 90-year-olds are bilingual? Also, even if Bad Bunny was singing a song that was called like fuck, 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 shit, fuck, piss, titty, fuck, fuck, shit, fuck, that, dick, fuck, fuck, like you wouldn't know. Like, I didn't know what he was singing about. I took 3 years of Spanish. Puedo ir al baño? Can I go to the bathroom? Donde está un lápiz? Where is the pencil? And ¿qué hora es? What time is it? And tú eres puta. You are a bitch. That's all I know. So Bad Bunny, most everything was flying over the dome. But what a spectacle, dude. Jessica Alba's out there randomly. There's a bunch of trees. The set was awesome. Music was fun. The vibes were good. We're celebrating a group that doesn't get a lot of showcasing on a stage like that. Great. But look, if you watched the Turning Point halftime show, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved it. Fucking no judgment, dude. No judgment. I think that where the judgment comes into play is when you're like, you go out of your way to make a big deal out of it, and you're like, you know, like just do an alternative halftime show. You don't have to get on TV and be like, this is what people want, man. The bitter, whiter, fucking not as spicy halftime show. I don't want to see Bad Bunny up there salsa dancing to this Taco Bell soundtrack. Make me want to suck his dick. I mean, get a gun. Get a gun. I ain't gay. But, you know, there's something for everybody, dude. To each his own. I like those casual throwaway catch. To each his own. Everything happens for a reason. I do wonder where the phrase "Geez Louise" came from. You know what I'm saying? What did Louise do that pissed somebody off so bad that, like, it fucking created a habitual, you know, a series of moves and patterns from Louise where people were just, like, constantly frustrated with her? Where it's like, fucking jeez, Louise, enough. Stop talking about Kamala or what, you know. I said 7. You showed up at 8:30. I can't afford an Uber. I had to Uber home from the airport. Jeez, Louise. Or maybe she's just like, maybe she's one of those girls that like does this. You know, just does like little annoying shit. Doesn't say thanks when you hold the door for her. You tell her your toilet's broken. She fucking poos in there anyway. And then she comes out and goes, so I think your toilet's broken. And you go, jeez, Louise. So how many times did that happen to where Louise finally just, I don't know, lost it? Where's that crime doc? Louise Taylor was only 29 years old and couldn't take how frustrated people were with her existence. Everywhere she went, everything she did, it was a problem. Jeez, Louise! Jeez, Louise! Until one sunny Temecula, California morning, Louise walked into a Target with a smoke bomb and a game plan. Yeah, there's a crime doc that my wife told me about these guys that killed a girl because they loved the movie Scream. Dude, I don't think I have it in me to watch that. Why have murder docs? That should scare all of us dudes. Like, literally, I'll come home from shows tonight. My wife will be laying in bed. I think it's because her mom used to fall asleep to Forensic Files, which is fucking nuts. They'd be like, and that's why they cut his dick off. And the woman cut his dick off and put it in the freezer and sucked the blood out of his penis before he died in front of his dog. And her mom would just be like, you know, just falling asleep to the most chaotic information. But I guess my wife inherited that a little bit. But it's also, it's fascinating, dude. We love murder, dude. Think about every billboard down Sunset is like, the murder trials, or murder she wrote, murder she dare you to murder. And then there's always sex, lies, and murder fuck my murder, you know, murder to the 10th degree, murder on 69th Street. Did someone say 69? My nephew dropped a 6'7" recently. Oof. Read the room, kid. You're 11. My mom's friend is over. This was when I was home in Seattle recently. My mom's like, consoling her friend because her friend was like, it's been a rough couple months. I didn't think Marvin would go so soon. We were married for 49 years, 49 wonderful years. What a blessing to find someone and not only find them, but to connect with them and to resonate with them and to feel them and to know them. They understand you, you understand them, you grow together as a couple, you learn how to be better people together. And then one day they're gone. One day they're gone. You just wake up and you get a call from the fire department. He's gone. He's been hit by a car on the freeway. A drunk driver took him out. 49 years of marriage. 49 years of marriage. Gone. Hit by a car, a drunk driver going 67 miles an hour. And I look over, my nephew looks at me and goes, 6'7". Oh, man. Like, begrudgingly, reluctantly, he was like, oh, fuck, like, I have to do this. Like, 6'7". Like, he didn't want to, but he was like, dude, I have a responsibility. Like, what are my friends going to think if they hear I missed an opportunity to 6'7" in public? That is annoying as shit, though. I've had it just about up to here with 6'7". Hey, kids, because I know there's a bunch of you watching this. We're done. That's a wrap on 6'7". That's a Chicken Caesar wrap on 6'7". You did it. You milked every fucking morsel or bone, whatever the saying is. You sucked the teat dry of 6'7", dude. Move on to something. Let me hear you drop a 6'9". You know? My nephew's 11. He's almost 12, 13. I hope he doesn't know what 69 is, but, you know, start knowing why it's funny. I don't even know why it's funny. Who decides this stuff? Who decided that that's what she said was going to be a thing we did? Or in bed. Remember that? You'd read your fortune cookie. You will have a lot of good luck. And then you're supposed to add, in bed. There's got to be some shitty fortune cookies out there, though, that people got, you know. You will see your whole family get brutally, have their throats slit in front of you. In bed. There's some guy that definitely just did that. That, by the way, 6'7" kids are going to be those kids. I'm just saying. Learn how to read the room. Learn how to read the room. Because you're so focused on getting out your 6'7", you know, that you're not even thinking about what's happening or what's being said. Read the room, dude. It's an acquired skill set, but a necessary one to survive in this country. Hey guys, Adam Ray here. You know, lately I've been feeling a little overwhelmed. I've been craving home-cooked meals because I'm a fucking growing boy and I'm fucking starving. But I want something that satisfies without the hassle. That's where Home Chef comes in. The meals arrive fresh, pre-portioned, and the recipes are easy to follow. I recently tried one of their oven-ready trays, and it was done in about 30 minutes. Comfort food that actually tastes amazing without stressing over what's for dinner. Home Chef makes cooking simple, whether it's a quick microwave option, a 5-ingredient meal, or something from their family menu. There are over 30 meal options each week, so whatever kind of flavor or style you're in the mood for, there's something for you. I've even discovered some new favorite ingredients and combinations that I wouldn't normally try, but I'm into trying stuff, not that stuff that involves the backside where, you know, exit only, but stuff that makes meals more interesting. Plus, it's affordable. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 a month on groceries while still getting meals that taste restaurant quality. And that's what you want. Good food that tastes good, that's affordable. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off, wow, and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. Homechef.com/ALN is where you can get this. That's homechef.com/ALN for 50% off your first box, that's what she said, and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/ALN, must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. Back to the episode. Clinton sucked Trump's dick? Is that in the Epstein files? I think that's in the Epstein files. I don't know, dude. You know, I try to pay attention to as much as I can, but I also just like, I don't know, dude. Sometimes you just want to wake up and sing Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Diddle-doo. There's a Netflix fest happening soon. There is a Netflix fest happening in May. I will be doing a Bruce Robbins show with Tony Hinchcliffe, Matt Rife, and Eric Andre on May 5th. I think I'm doing another big show that week, I can't say. And then I'm doing Jelly Roll's show at the Greek. So a nice little run of programs. But I am excited for this tour. The shows have been a lot of fun. Again, North Carolina, March 11th and 12th. Charlotte, March 13th. South Carolina, March 14th. Charleston. Vegas, March 20th. Columbus, March 27th. Cleveland, March 28th. Pittsburgh, March 29th. St. Louis, April 17th. Denver, April 18th. Napa, California. Wine country, baby. Had some wine tonight. Felt good. Did a little crossfade action. Couple puffs, couple sips. Chilling, dude. Chilling. Oh, I did write down one thing I want to talk about, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, how quickly people are like, with the Epstein files. How quickly people like in the files are like, never heard of Epstein, don't even know who that is, don't know what you're talking about. And then they get mentioned, they're like, oh yeah, I think that guy did the jerk-off motion to me at the Applebee's. Yeah, okay. Oh, that Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I know him. All right. I also wrote, IG quotes. This is something I want to work out on stage tonight. Hey, pretty girls out there, if you want to post provocative pics on Instagram, fine. Live your life. No one's judging. No one's hating. Be you. But you don't get quotes too. You don't get inspiring quotes and hot pictures. You don't get both. Life ain't fair. You don't get both. Let the quotes be attached to like a skyline, or a fucking a frog sitting on a lily pad, or a horse and a fucking raccoon spooning. You know, shit that makes you go like, oh, wow. You bending over, showing your asshole to the camera while the sun's glistening off your feet, and you're picking up a sand dollar on the beach and like surprised that like there's a sand dollar on the beach. What are the odds? And the caption's like, after you weather the storm, the spirit of the heart stays true. And it's like, yeah, no shit, that's what I was thinking. I'm glad somebody finally had the courage to speak up about it. You know, this is where guys and gals differ with the social media branding. You girls, I will give you credit. You're one step ahead. Guys don't look to make combo packs like that as much as you guys do. You will definitely not see a guy posting like a picture of like, or a guy posting a quote and it's like, what is the quote? Like, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. And just so you know that, here's a beautifully unfiltered picture of my fucking nutsack. Hashtag one love. Hashtag one ball. Hashtag cancer free. Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. I went on Kill Tony last week as well. It's not out yet. I think it comes out Monday, and then there's something else that's, well, I'll leave it at that. Oh, you know what? You know what I love? I love that dogs don't talk. People are like, AI is about to make this possible. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that. That's why my wife and I were getting close to, you know, kids I think are deaf. I think it's going to happen, but I'm like, man, tonight Pickles just like begged for treats a little bit too much, was a little bit persistent, a little bit annoying. I'm also gone a lot, so I just chalk it up to like she just wants love and attention. But man, kids, like I was having a chill evening before I headed out, and it's like there's definitely going to be a night where your kid's just like, I wish you weren't my dad. And you're just like, fuck. Now I got to go do a podcast. But the dogs, they just look at you, man. They don't judge. It is funny, though. Some people don't know how to handle a dog. My buddy has 5 kids, 3 dogs, been married 12 years. And he's like, dude, the dogs are so tough, man. Kids I got. You fucking take them here, you drop them there, you pick them up, put them down, make sure they don't die in their sleep. I'm like, that's fucking, yeah. Did you write a book on parenting? Feels like pretty much it. You covered all the bases. He's like, but my dogs, I never know what they want, man. They're always just staring at me like, I'm like, what the fuck do you want? I'm like, you're overcomplicating this, Ben. It is it's very simple. What the dog, they want to eat, they want to drink, they have to shit. That's all the dogs are looking at you for. Can you help me do one of those 3? Maybe all 3 at the same time. No dog's looking at you being like, you're JD Vance guy, huh? You're JD Vance guy. Wow. Okay. Yeah, no. Dr. Pepper, baby. AdamRayComedy.com for tour dates. Come out and see me on the road. A lot of fun stuff coming. Stay tuned. YouTube.com/AdamRayComedy for all the Dr. Phils and stand-up best ofs. We have a couple fun clips dropping next week. And of course, subscribe to the podcast About Last Night on Spotify, iTunes, all that bullshit. Adam Ray Comedy on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't know. I'm not using Threads. Does anybody use Threads? I don't know. It's too much stuff. OnlyFans. Now that's a thing. If you guys can come up with some ways to convince me to get my wife to put her feet on OnlyFans, I would love that. Because I'm trying to get off the road. Just kidding. I'll see you on the road. AdamRayComedy.com. I'll see you out there. Enjoy yourself. Have a good weekend. Go Mariners.